Hey guys, Jason with CV Customs. Today I'm going to show you my 12 valve engine stand. It was a quick build. There are a few things I would have done differently, and I'm going to tell you what I would have done differently as we go. Show you the measurements, how I did it, and what you can do better if you're building your own. Unfortunately, I built it and now I've probably done 15 engines on this stand, and just going to take me more time to change it. So I'll walk you around it. Okay, so right off the bat, you guys can kind of see how it works. I'll go around and then I'll show you the measurements so you can build your own. On this side, I just put a pin so that it stands upright. Just uses the 4 mounting bolts on the side of the case. I put crazy wheels on all 4 points because the engine's so big, you're going to want to be able to turn it different directions as you're moving it around your shop. So the first thing is we'll look at the height, how it sets. All right, I got my tape here. So you can see from the ground, our piece of pipe is sitting right at about 34 inches high. The pipe itself piece of 2.5, and the wall is about 3/8. So it's a pretty solid piece of pipe. I used another piece of pipe here, cut it in half so you can set it down in when you're ready, and then I used a hose clamp to tighten it up so that it has a little bit of resistance when you're flipping it over. Now, the first thing I'll tell you guys that I would change is with the depth that I gave it, or the width, excuse me. Let me set that there. So here's our width, right at about 32 inches. The engine will turn over fine, no problem. But if you still have your turbo and exhaust manifold on, it will not turn over. So I think I would have made it 40 inches if I were going to start over. And you can see there's plenty of room, even with the pipe I used. I could have went 40 inches, just didn't see the relevance at the time. The other thing that I'd want to do is actually put a crank where it's easier to turn, because right now it takes 2 people when it's a loaded engine. When it's just a short block, I can turn it over by myself, no problem. It's not a big deal. Now the next thing is the length of our stand, just for our stance. A little hard to do with holding it myself, but okay, there. Right at 63.5. That's how long we are. So like I said, make it a little wider. It'll work a lot better. Now when I built it, the first thing I did was I laid this piece of pipe in and I welded it. Then I cut it so that this would lay in straight. The next thing I did was make these flanges, bolted it on the engine, and I used the A-frame to set it in place, then laid my pipe in and welded it all together, keeping everything straight. The pin just keeps it upright. Hand crank would be very nice. So, like I said, it's not perfect, but I've built a few engines on this thing. It absolutely does the job. Make sure you use casters that are heavy enough for this engine. This engine can get upwards of 1,200 pounds. I think when it's completely dry, it's only about 9, but depending on the extras you throw on it, that's what you'll have.